Damn, this is lame. Well, our world's gonna disappear soon, no matter what. I didn't have anywhere to go back to anyways. Everyone's gonna become shadows.
What the?
All humans will become shadows, and I shall descend upon the united world as the master of order.
Descend? Order? What's with this guy all of a sudden? What's happening?
Guys, this isn't Adachi. It's someone completely different.
Both this world and yours will soon be enclosed in a fog that never lifts. It will be the peaceful world that mankind has longed for.
Who are you?
I am Ameno Sagiri, one who rules the fog, one awakened by man's desires. Do what you will, but your world's erosion cannot be stopped. It is an inevitability. You played your part well, stirring up the will of the masses into madness. But that will soon come to an end. Mankind will soon become shadows and live on in the darkness of the fog, oblivious of their reality.
What the hell are you? Why are you doing this?
I am the one that shepherds humans to their true desires. Though their hearts longed for peace, it could never be attained. So they tore down the wall between image and reality. Indeed, this is the outcome desired by mankind, and mankind's desires are my desires. That is why I decided to expand this world.
You're saying you're the one who created this nasty-ass world?
This is part of the sea of unconsciousness that exists within human hearts. A hollow forest born from bloated desire and false imagery. Humans view things as they see fit. They wish not for truth, but rather prefer the undesirables be hidden in fog. Still, humans fear what they cannot see. That brief yearning for truth becomes a ray of light, which breaks the fog and torments the shadows.
That's why they attack and kill whoever's nearby at that time. A hollow forest. Then, this place isn't simply affected by people's hearts. It actually exists inside them?
Mankind abandoned its pursuit of truth, placing itself in the depth of chaos and falsehood. Thus, my strength has grown, and the fog will not lift. Your world will be engulfed by the hollow forest.
Will you shut up already? We'll just use our power to beat the heck out of you, and it'll all be over.
It was I who made it possible for you to bring about this destiny. I bestowed power onto those who could brave the hollow forest. That is what allowed you to come in contact with this world, and you all have done very well since.
Bestowed power. Contact with this world? You mean the power to enter the TV?
Then the Midnight Channel, was that phenomenon also your doing?
Humans fail to see things as they truly are. They choose to see only what they wish. I acted only in support of this. A world filled with desires, viewed through a window from which one sees what one wishes to see. Humans departed from reality of their own volition, craving more false images.
A window that shows people what they want to see.
So that's why those who got famous suddenly appeared on the Midnight Channel, one after another. It was all in people's minds.
I have to say, it must be true. The Midnight Channel we saw in Namatame's hospital room, that kept bothering me since. What we saw there wasn't Namatame's true intentions at all.
Then it came on because we were all thinking, this person must be the killer, he can't be forgiven?
We let ourselves be deluded.
Exactly. The more false images one yearns for, the more one stops yearning for reality. And so the forest grows on. That is the expansion of this world.
Enough talk already! Long story short, you're the one behind all this! Yeah, I don't know who you are, but you're going down! People want to become shadows? Their desire is your desire? To hell with that! When did we wish for that crap anyways? We kept fighting and fighting like morons to get where we're standing!
Yes, that I did not foresee. The ability to master your own shadow that emerged to kill you and use its power. A new and uncertain facet of mankind. Is it worthy to put my trust in? Or not? It must be tested.
So this is the cause of all the fog?
I have come to put you all to the test and judge your worth.
Like we give a damn what you came for! You've done what you want so far, but that'll end when we crush you!
Precisely. Then we know what we gotta do now.
I don't want people to turn into shadows.
We'll defeat it for sure. I'll back you up with everything I've got. This thing has no right to exist.
Defy me is a senseless act which goes against your world's wishes. Now, let everything vanish into the sweet fog of illusion.
Let's finish off ugly here! We ain't about to let a gross-looking eyeball do whatever it wants!
It's huge.
Let us begin.
And here we are, the final boss if you're not observant enough to find the extra dungeon later. And this boss actually feels like a final boss. You will have trouble with this boss fight if you are careless. So take care here. I see he didn't get rid of his wasting SP strategy. No sir. No, we're gonna waste SP here, that's what we do. But how are you gonna keep wasting SP? You're almost out of SP. You let me worry about that. I always find a way to win. Somehow, some way, in Persona games I manage it.
Come on down!
As you see, this final boss has a lot of burst damage. If you are careless, if you have a low HP member, in my case, Teddy, let's just face facts, they're more than likely going to die at some point or another. This is the real level check. If you don't have enough HP to survive on 3 out of 4 characters at the least, you will not get through this boss fight. That's not to say that you can't go in here lower level than I currently am, but if you go in too low, well, you're not going to be able to survive. That's the nitty-gritty. That's really just the nature of the beast in JRPGs, folks. You know as well as I do, that's why we love them, and that's why a lot of people hate them. But yes, with Teddy here, I'm going to try and be as offensive as I can until we have to be defensive. Teddy doesn't actually have a whole lot of SP left, but his healing is really going to be more along the lines of item healing. He's not going to be the dedicated item healer. He's going to be one of two full dedicated item healers this fight.
Thanks!
Did he just say that Chie is going to be a dedicated SP user? What parallel universe is this? Yes. I've never said that my way was an intelligent way or even a conventional way. It's just the way that works for me. So, she's going to be our main form of damage. Because, well, she does the most damage to it. So, kind of makes sense.
Thanks a million!
But thankfully, well, I do have a fair amount of snuff souls and soul drops, but I am not going to be using a Soma. No, I need those for the next boss fight. If I used it now, not now, but if I used it in this boss fight, it would merely be a luxury. But I don't really have that luxury, because if I use it now, I probably will have a very, very bad time with the next boss, and I prefer delayed gratification. Okay, that was pretty much a worst case scenario. If you let him actually get more than one turn, more than 2 turns, I guess, technically,
He's dizzy. Can you snap him out of it?
then you either want to get rid of the debuff on you, or in our case, we just are back to baseline. But if you're at baseline and you go down, you need to raise that back up. You do not want to get hit and get knocked down dizzy. That's a fast track to the game over screen. And let's just face it, some of this fight is going to be very fast-paced, and I'm probably not going to be able to get my commentary in there because, well, there's going to be a lot of noise. But it's kind of needed so this doesn't go on for over an hour. That's just kind of the way it goes for me. Which, by the way, thank you very much for watching this version as well, or not as well, but apparently you've decided to forego the great battle music in favor of my commentary, and I love you. Now, I'm very interested to hear what your battle strategies are for this boss, because I always fight this boss just winging it. I don't ever really have a strategy, just whatever needs to happen, happen. So I'm always interested to hear what other people do during this fight, what general guidelines you follow.
Come on down!
Now, God's Wrath, or whatever that was there with the hammers, is more dangerous than it looks. It's really all based on luck. If it knocks you down and dizzies you, that is horrendous, and probably would kill me if that happened. So we're really going to be riding the razor's edge here, because in all honesty, usually I'm level 80 or so for this fight, but, well, we're going low level because, you know, that's the fun way to do it, so that's the way we're going to go. Now, I really would like Masuku Kaja back up, but I don't really have the SP, so I think I'm going to have to either go healing with Hariti or go full-on SP recovery with Satan. Which, SP recovery is kind of paramount to my strategy, but I'm about ready to die, so I'm just going to swing and miss and just go with SP and hope Teddy and Kanji can heal me, I think. Because we kind of need Chie to keep doing the damage. Without her, we're all gonna die in the end. We just gotta hope that she doesn't miss. If she misses very often, well, goodbye Seriously, what the hell did you think I bought all those maca leaves for? It wasn't just for giggles. I mean, I would like to use Marakukaja. That's a very solid choice here.
No one wishes for the fog to lift. Why act against the wishes of your fellow man? Consider, is that truly just?
Teddy, are you okay? Someone heal him!
I forgot about that attack. Every time that says that, I think it says Oculus Rift. You can tell what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I think I'm going to take over healing duty here because this is just not going to fly. I mean, it might be able to if I had everybody use a maca leaf, but to be honest, I'm trying to save most of the maca leaves for later in the boss fight because the boss fight's going to get even worse the longer it goes. He starts throwing a new attack at you called, I think, Earthquake? I think it might just be Quake, which knocks a lot of people down, and that, I think you take extra damage when you're knocked down, so it's even worse.
You okay, Senpai? Hang in there.
Of course, I forgot about Hariti's elemental weakness. Crap. Oh man, this is gonna get nasty. This got nasty a lot earlier than I wanted it to get nasty. Because if I can't heal fully, we're gonna rely on those maca leaves, and my supply is going to dwindle long before I really want it to, so this is... oh, jeez. Okay, well... I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to dig in. I can't afford to just... Did I switch personas? Oh god, that might have been a costly mistake. I think I switched them, didn't I? I guess we'll find out. That's not something you ever really want to say. I guess we'll see. Because if you have to say that, the odds are you probably didn't remember to do it. Maybe that's just in my case. We'll see. God's judgment, right, not God's wrath, right, God's judgment. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be critting near as often as it usually does. I guess I am getting a form of reprieve here. Normally that knocks somebody down and dizzies them. Or maybe just normally I have terrible luck, I'm not sure. I mean, I could go defensive, but when you start going in defense mode in this fight, if you're not very, very careful, you're going to be locked in defense mode until you are out of restoratives. That is a very dangerous strategy to play. You want to stay in offense mode as often as you can here. Because the last thing you want is to be, well, I have to revive him, I have to revive them, oh god, when am I ever going to attack now? Of course, Chie might die right here.
Careful, guys. Teddy's health is pretty low.
Well, that was a nice reprieve. I'm surprised Teddy hasn't actually died yet, to be quite honest, but I gotta switch to healing, but if I switch to Hariti, I'm just gonna get knocked down again. What am I supposed to do here? I mean, I don't really have... Well, I do have Kakurahime. But does that thing have Shadow? I don't remember if it uses Mudo-On or not, or Mamudo-On. If it has Mudo-On, I'm fine. If it has Mamudo-On, that's bad. That's really, really bad. I'd have to use a Homunculus if I wanted to do that, but... I think we're going to roll the dice here and pretty much just play healer. Normally, I would prefer to have it different than Hariti here. I'd like to have... I'm not sure. Hariti is certainly not the best persona for this fight, as you saw, for healing. Saibio might be. Then again, I don't remember if Saibio gets Meteoron in Persona 4. I think she did in Persona 3, but I might be wrong in my memory for 4. I don't remember using her very much in 4. There might be a reason for that.
How foolish. Your actions will draw many back into suffering and strife. Why will you not understand this?
Oh yes, this. Now, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. I don't think you can actually hit him during this because of the fog. I might well be wrong, but I don't remember if he attacks now or if he attacks next turn or when he does it. Probably a bad time to say I forget the mechanics of this, isn't it? Well, I forgot the mechanics, so oh god. I'm actually quite scared right now because I don't remember what it's gonna do. Oh, okay. Oh god. Teddy, I knew you, man.
Careful, guys. Teddy's health is pretty low.
Holy crap, he didn't actually follow up. I forgot. Oh good. I mean, yes, just as planned. Exactly. God help you if you don't have a lot of restoratives for this fight and you're low on SP. Just goodbye. Because I can't let Chie get caught up in healing. I mean, heck, I think Yosuke might have been a better choice for this than Kanji, just because I think Yosuke does have one heal I remember.
Come on down!
I don't remember if he gets Meteorama or not. I know he gets Diorama.
Yikes! Someone heal him!
Well, there went that. I kind of saw that coming, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now we gotta go into the whole, who's gonna revive him? Am I gonna revive him? Is someone else gonna revive him? If I revive him, then we lose out on, well, great. At least I'm still getting SP while this is going on, so I guess I'll be part item healer myself. Because I really don't want to make Chie do it, but if I... That was a tactical mistake. I should have made Teddy do that. But on the other hand, I would really like frickin' Mataru Kaja, just so it'd make this a little faster whenever she does get around to attacking, but my turn order's all messed up around now. Oh god, what am I gonna do?
Yeah!
Thanks a lot, Obama. I'm not gonna lie here, my heart just skipped a beat when I saw how close to death I was going to get there and having to think I was gonna have to start all over again. Because if you die in this fight, you gotta fight Adachi all over again. At least as far as I remember. I don't know about in Persona 4 Golden. In the vanilla, like I'm playing, you gotta start all over, I think. I gotta roll the dice. If I don't roll the dice, I'm gonna die. And if I die, we're all dead. Because everybody just goes, well, I guess we'll never know what we can actually do without him. We rely on him telling us what to do. I mean, I understand why that's a game over mechanic. You know, you're supposed to die. You can't do anything else. But you think in Persona 3 they could have revived you with a revival bead, or whatever that was in 3.
Come on down!
Oh, this is gonna get interesting. Could you, like, hit... Well, I was gonna say, could you, like, hit someone else? But I guess Kanji would have been a better one, but... I was originally gonna say, could you hit Chie? Then I looked at her health. Yeah, probably not a good thing I want him to hit Chie right there. I mean, if I use Meteoron now, I am out of mana, or SP. But if I don't use Meteoron, well, casualties are going to be mounting, and that's just not good for business now, is it? Oh god, what am I gonna do? Do I really not have anybody else with Meteoron? I could use Kukurahime. He's not used Shadow yet, which leads me to believe that might actually be a good thing to do, considering she'll heal about 250 each, I think, with Divine Grace. So I guess we're gonna try that, and if I die, whoops. Please don't cast Mudo on, or Mamudo on, please don't. Okay, so Teddy, I feel like I should want to guard with Teddy, but if I start guarding with Teddy, it's like fighting 3-on-1, as opposed to 4-on-1. But on the other hand, if I let Teddy die, then someone's got to start reviving him each time. Or we just fight without Teddy, which kind of defeats the purpose of bringing Teddy into this boss fight now, doesn't it? I really don't want to have to do that if I don't have to. Oh god. I thought I was gonna die. Not yet. I refuse to die. I mean, this really feels like an epic final boss. Like, this is the version that you can imagine the characters actually doing this. They're not just beating the final boss down. No, they are struggling to survive against this onslaught.
Fools, and I have no choice. I will bring about the deaths of those who will keep true peace from the world.
Good luck with that. Oh man. Okay, I don't remember if he changes his patterns here, or if he does the same thing as last time and just says, I'll let you have a free turn. I don't remember. This is why I'm going to guard, and since Teddy's going to die anyway, we all know Teddy's going to die anyway. At least I think he'll die anyway. He's going to be the one healing. It's called a calculated loss. You don't want to have too many of them, but they're acceptable on occasion. Okay, I did get an extra turn I could have actually used to heal, but I guess it did give me more SP in the long run, so we're going to chalk that up as I meant to do that, even though I didn't. I don't want to use Thor, he has a weakness. He might exploit that weakness, which is the last thing I want. Satan is good for longevity fights like this, so we're going back to that. And he doesn't have a weakness, so, you know, there's that whole thing. Chie, you're probably going to die in all likelihood with that little health, so Teddy, you're gonna guard and pray you don't die. Oh my, I didn't think he'd give us another turn. Okay, he is set to go. If I don't get out of this... I think this is where I actually went, wait a minute, I have Dekaja! Woo! And realized, dummy, you could have been using it. However, this did come at a cost when I realized, oh wait a minute, I think he charged up, so he's going to hit me twice as hard. And I have to do something about that, otherwise it's a game over. So, to counteract this, I thought, well, Mind Charge affects magic. Better use a magic mirror on myself to ensure I don't die. I don't remember if this was a good thing to do or a stupid thing to do. I guess we'll see now, won't we? But the theory is sound in theory. That makes a lot of sense, and it was redundant. Good job, Bara.
Someone heal him!
That didn't help at all. Oh, thank you,
Guys, you're
Kanji.
really low on health.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I know that. Thankfully, the game was being very generous there and let me actually live through it. It could have easily killed us all there.
Take this!
Say if it used Megadoleon, or whatever variation it uses. I don't quite remember off the top of my head, but you know, the big purple blast. You remember that one. But we are going to have to start getting SP up here soon because I'm running out of it. Very quickly. I don't have enough for a heal. And Teddy, let's just face it, this is pretty much what you're good for at this point. You're an item bot. You dick.
Kanji's been hit! Someone help him!
You just had to go into... I used the last of his SP, and you just go and say, no, you know what? Why don't you just take that, put it directly in the toilet, and it'll save us all a lot of trouble. Okay, well, this is getting really down and nasty now. But thankfully...
Still ticking!
Yeah, surprisingly you are, Teddy. I've got to be honest, I thought you'd been laid dead for a while now, but you've actually surprised me. And there went the surprise right out the window. I guess I should have thought of that, since Teddy's weapon's actually quite bad. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yikes, Teddy! Someone heal him!
Oh great. Okay, well... if I heal him... Oh man, now we're back to this again. How are we gonna do this? Me and Kanji gotta be the ones to heal here.
Guys,
I kinda just made an executive decision split second there. That I might just leave Teddy on the ground where he lay. And I guess we could revive him now, which was kind of stupid, but do I want to use a Balm of Life? That was the original plan in my head, because then he'd be back to full, we'd all be back to full, but... well, we all know he's gonna die anyway, so there's no point wasting a Balm on him. Maybe on Chie or Kanji, but not on Teddy. Which, think about it, oh crap, well... I guess the unconscious part of my mind said, well, if Chie uses it, Teddy will get a turn. As opposed to if Kanji used it...
Kanji's been hit! Someone help him!
then we'd only get 3 turns. But on the flip side, we did kind of lose Chie's damage dealing turn, which in the long run was really more of a mistake. I should have had Kanji use that. Oh god, well, at least now we can have him actually use a Maka Leaf and leave Chie to do the damage. This is what I always do. Chie's always my main damage against this thing. Every single game I've ever played of this, Chie's always been in my party. Teddy, this is getting real old real quick, but I can't really blame you. You're not exactly leveled enough for this. Which is kind of my fault, but I'm not going to admit fault in that. Even though I just did. The point here is, oh god, what am I going to do? Okay, well, could use... well, I was going to say, I could use a Supersonic, but if I use a Supersonic, he's just going to take it away from us. So I guess the best thing to do would be save my SP and use a Maka Leaf to try and keep Meteoron available to us, have Chie use power or attack, whatever. I can't remember if she's charged already or not, and then have Kanji use another Maka Leaf. I think might be the best option here. Maybe. The other one would be to have Chie use another revival bead, but if I have Chie use another revival bead, then, well, let's face it, Teddy's just gonna die again. It's not really gonna help anything in the long run, but using God's Hand now would be tantamount to suicide for poor Chie, so Chie is gonna have to use an item. So I guess that kind of made the decision for me now, didn't it? If I want him to have a chance at living, gotta try it. And now that frees up Kanji to actually use an SP item on somebody. Who's he going to use it on? He could use it on me. I could obviously use some mana, but on the other hand, Chie needs mana to do her biggest damage. The temptation is, come on, man, use a Soma. The match will be over then. I went this far without using one. I'm not using one now. Not gonna do it. The other temptation is Supersonic, man, so you don't miss those last few God's Hands. And maybe dodge a few stuff, but I just know if I use it, he's gonna get rid of it. Which is decent. He loses a turn due to that, but then I use one of my whole 2 items on really nothing, when I could have used it on the final boss. I guess we'll use it on me, I guess. Why do I even bother reviving Teddy? Oh yeah, for the extra turn, that'd be why. Because he just dies every turn. Teddy's gonna have brain damage by the end of this from oxygen deprivation to his brain, you watch. Not that he was an especially brilliant young man to begin with, but... just something to keep in mind, he's spending an awfully long time dead. Or passed out, I'm sorry. Almost there, man. Almost there. I would love to go into an offensive row right now, for lack of a better term in my mind, but I don't think now's quite the right time.
Thanks.
I'm glad that you had mercy on our poor souls, but I don't understand why you did it. I mean, now I can actually revive Teddy.
Persona!
I didn't say I was going to do it. Nor did I really say I was going to do it, I just said we could. That's an important distinction. My thinking is Maaraku Kaja might actually give us enough breathing room where we can comfortably res him. That's the thinking. And hopefully we won't be so darn panicking all the time. Of course, the kicker is, you know, of all people, Teddy could have really used it the most. Oh God, of all things to miss, why did it have to be God's Hand? Okay, well, Teddy's gonna die. We already know that, unless he just decides to attack with Galgalum Eyes and a regular attack or Bufudine or something. He's gonna die if he uses 2 AoEs. We already know that. Yes, I'm gambling. And I'd say that paid off. Even if you... I don't know what... I was gonna say, even if he gets rid of it, but he didn't get rid of it, he just... Are you drunk? Why did you do that? It made no sense. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, thank you, though. I mean, that's great. Stroke of luck. I should be dead by now, a few times over. And there goes the last of Teddy's SP. We're going to make a run for it. We're right at the finish line, everyone. We can do this, but we gotta do this the smart way. We're not gonna just run into it. Even though I just said we're making a race for the finish, we're not gonna run into it. We're gonna go about this the smart way.
Thanks! Teddy, are you okay? Someone heal him!
I still don't know what you're attempting to do, but I'm glad you didn't actually do something intelligent. That might have actually been a very bad thing for poor Teddy there, but... Okay, so... well... I was gonna say, well, using another Maca Leaf might not be a bad idea. More SP regen and saving SP from everybody else. Oh god, it's so close, I can almost taste victory. Don't you do something and kill us all in one hit. Don't you kill me now. Not now, it's already been an hour and a half. Or almost an hour and a half, don't do it now. You can tell the longer this fight goes, the more I don't want to die because I take longer to choose maneuvers. Which is rather rare. Normally I'm very quick on decision making in these fights, but you can tell when I'm nervous.
Teddy, are you okay? Someone heal him!
Oh, random number generator.
Careful, guys. Teddy's health is pretty low.
You want my babies, don't you? Because you love me right now. Seriously, I never have this good of luck with a random number generator any other time. It's only during these really tense, tight moments does the game go, you know what? I'll give you a break. It's sure as heck not every day, though. Okay, I don't care if you debuff us. You debuff us, you lose a turn. I want you to debuff us. If not, we still win because we're buffed. A classic win-win strategy from the master strategist Barak. Of course, this isn't exactly viable over the course of the whole fight. It's really only viable towards the end, because if you try it the whole fight, you're gonna blow completely through your SP bar, even if you save it all from the first fight. Ideally, the first fight, what I should have done is just drag the fight on as long as I could and use Satan's Invigorate 3 and just got a whole bunch of SP back, but that wouldn't have been fun to watch now, would it? It'd have been boring. Oh, good job, Kanji.
Someone heal him!
Of course, I gotta tell ya, healing Teddy, it's not on the old priority list. You know when I said we're going to blitz him soon? Well, we are indeed going to blitz him soon. My mind tells me, heal up for the love of all that is good and holy. Heal up, you don't want to die now, but my gut says, you can do it, man. You can totally kill him this turn, do it. It's a dangerous proposition listening to your gut in this time, but I like living dangerously. Come on, Chie. For the love of all that's good, don't miss, girl. You can do it. I put my hopes in you. Don't miss.
Take this!
Damn right. Ha! And that is how you beat Ameno Sagiri using a totally inefficient build in a stupid way. Yes!